Educational Communications and this station present Environmental Directions with Nancy Pearlman. On this series, we explore the effects of human influence on the Earth's ecosystems and discuss solutions to environmental problems which affect the quality of life on this planet. Environmental Directions gives you the kind of information you need to help you participate in decisions impacting your community, the nation, and the world. Now, here's your host, Nancy Pearlman.
Hello. We are going to be talking about sustainable fashion and how socks can help make for a greener tomorrow with my guest, Lisa Riggs. She's known as the Sock Queen, and she is CEO of Spirit Socks USA. She was formerly an HR manager. She is active as a representative for the Regional Leadership Forum with the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. She has received the 2023 Enterprising Woman of the Year 2022 Emerging Leader, Citizen of the Year for the City of San Jose, California. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you, Nancy. It's a pleasure to be here.
You have started a company that creates basically socks made out of bamboo. Now, I know that pandas eat bamboo, but bamboo is a very versatile material. I have tried bamboo toilet paper, bamboo towels, and now clothing. How do you create it, and why do you like bamboo?
Great questions. The bamboo is sustainable, as we know, because bamboo grows so rapidly. It's a very sustainable option when compared to cotton. It's actually really, really simple to make socks with bamboo instead of cotton, because the only additional step needed is a step to dye the bamboo the correct color of what the cotton yarn would have been. They're woven the same way, they're worn and shipped the same way, and then the advantages besides sustainability of the bamboo socks is that they're softer, they're more moisture wicking, they're antimicrobial, and so they have all of these health features as well, especially for socks. Everybody's got something with their feet. Usually they're either cold, they're hot, they sweat, whatever it's going to be, and bamboo socks really answer a lot of those issues that people have with their feet, in addition to providing that sustainability option.
I was surprised how soft the material is, and you provide both dress socks and athletic socks, and it's great for running, I found out.
Absolutely. Actually, the bamboo athletic socks are softer than the dress socks. It's a surprise usually, because you would think durability, athletic socks, but I think it's really that moisture-wicking material that bamboo just does make it a softer. As well, it remains as durable as what a cotton sock would be.
When you say durability, how long can one wear the socks before you get the famous hole in the sock? And in the past, and particularly during Depression days, people would mend their socks and sew those socks up. Do you want people to do that? Do they need to do that? Or are you happier if they just buy new socks and use those old socks for rags?
I was laughing when you said, how long can they wear their socks? My request would be, please wash them after every wear. What we do, actually, because we specialize in socks, that is the one product we make when we specialize in it, we've become experts. So we build in extra durability on both the toe and the heel of the socks, and so they're thicker, which makes them last longer. We have customers, actually, I try them out all the time, so does my family. They last for 3 to 5 years, I can say, and with that extra durability built in, and that's the whole purpose to more sustainable purchasing, is that we buy less, and hopefully those products last longer to help us with the whole sustainability and fashion movement.
The fashion industry has been very slow in adopting sustainable practices. That's a matter of how they obtain the material, how they make the material, making sure there's no child labor overseas that's used, making sure there's fair trade and people get proper pay, but also that the factories that create the product don't pollute the air, the water. There's so many factors when it comes to making a product. How do you verify that your product is being made ecologically and sustainably?
Very good question. There are specific audits across the apparel industry that the factories, if they are compliant, they need to pass. And these audits are an investment. They're not cheap, and they're time-consuming, and they're done by a third-party auditor. And so the manufacturers that I work with have all passed the SMETA audit, and that is my way of certifying. They basically get graded every single year. You can verify there's no child labor, there's fair labor practices, Sometimes the employees get breaks. All of those things that we're concerned about are verified by that audit. And then we receive, as somebody who works with them, and I work with some of the largest companies in the world, and they require me to work with a manufacturer that has passed that audit to make sure that we are all instilling fair labor practices in the manufacturing of the socks.
That's how the product is made. But let's talk about the raw material, bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of a bamboo forest in the United States, so you have to get the raw material from the bamboo forests in China or other parts of Asia?
Yes, I currently manufacture overseas in both China and Turkey. They do offer bamboo socks. I have tried to manufacture in the U.S., and there have just been barriers where the quality wasn't up to my standards, or a variety of barriers that I won't go into. But I'm also not sure that the U.S. offers bamboo socks that are made in the United States yet, because our environment doesn't grow bamboo the way it does in other more tropical areas. And so it's just not something that I'm positive is here. But I know with mine, it is sourced responsibly, again, through the certification, and it helps us to create these sustainable socks.
Are you cutting down forests that are wildlife habitat, or are there now bamboo farms, shall we say, that raise bamboo for these purposes that do not destroy the natural ecosystem?
Yeah, it's my understanding that there are bamboo farms. I am in contact with quite a few other women business owners that own sustainable companies. These companies that are pushing the bamboo products and the sustainability, it would be against everything they believe in and are fighting for to cut down forests. From my understanding, bamboo farms that are grown specifically to make apparel.
You are an entrepreneur and a woman in the fashion industry. Is that difficult to do so and to start this kind of business? You only started it in 2016.
Yeah, I started my sock company with the idea of socks being used as a fundraiser because I have a fundraising background. I felt it was a great fundraiser. Well, I tested it out at my daughter's middle school, and it did so well. That was when I decided to turn it into a company and build it from the ground up and offer the fundraising option to nonprofits and schools, bands, sports teams. Everybody struggles to fundraise. It's not easy. So that was really the focus of starting the sock company, and then quickly learned that we could make a sock for anything. We were getting a lot of people asking, do these have to be for a fundraiser? And so as I explored more of this custom sock space, which is where we really sit now, we have made socks for basically everything imaginable, from a rocket launch to retail stores to we made them for Pepsi for the Super Bowl, and it's been a great experience. But the custom sock market is really a boys' playground. And so with my company, we're taking that girl power and we're trying to take it into the sock world and show them that girls can do it better, in my opinion, because we care. We give back. We care about the sustainability. I've introduced a polybag waste reduction program because as soon as I found out how large the polybag waste is, I immediately implemented a solution to decrease our usage. So I feel like as a women-owned company, it's my responsibility to do my best to improve the community while growing my company.
In fact, you do believe that small businesses can make a significant impact on both sustainability and ecological awareness. Is it because they are able to adopt better practices than the larger companies? It's easier for them to do so?
I'm an optimist at heart. I believe everybody can do their part to make a significant impact on sustainability. And so from small business to large business, I do think decisions are made quicker at a smaller business level, as well as the adaptability. If COVID in 2020 taught us anything as business leaders, it's you need to be adaptable right away. For example, when I learned about the polybag doesn't biodegrade for 200 years. It takes a polybag to biodegrade, and I found that out in March. And we have to pack the socks in polybags because they ship in cardboard boxes and they end up in a snowstorm or they get rained on. The product inside, if it's not protected, will get ruined. And so immediately we started using polybags. From bagging every 10 to 12, we now bag up to 250 in one bag. And that one simple change reduces our polybag waste by up to 95%. And if every small business could do something like that, it could make just such a great impact. Obviously, if the largest companies in the world could do it, it would make a large impact as well. But I do believe everything each one of us can do has an impact and makes a difference.
Is a polybag made out of an oil product? Is it polyester? Is it plastic? plastic? Can poly bags be substituted with sustainable products like making a bag out of bamboo?
Yeah, they're working on that. Polybags are pure plastic. She's a leading edge company just focused on sustainability. She makes socks and underwear. It took her 2 years to develop a biodegradable bag that doesn't ruin the product and holds up. That's what they were finding, was they were disintegrating en route based on too much sun or too much rain or too much exposure. These are definitely things that are being worked on. I'm not sure if bamboo would be a full solution. I think it's going to have to be a combination of things to replace the plastic, but it's definitely an effort that's being made, understanding just how long it takes for polybags to biodegrade, and they're going to sit there till the end of time, basically.
I have received many sample products of items that the company claims to be sustainable, and I open the box and there's plastic, and it never made sense to me that they are claiming to be an ecologically aware company, but yet they are not providing totally biodegradable material to package their items in. Mm-hmm. So we still have a ways to go from the sound of it.
We definitely do. There's always room for improvement. There are other options. Hopefully the plastic that you received was recycled at least.
Of course. In addition to being ecological, sustainable, it's important that companies support nonprofit organizations. And you give a small percentage of your profits, well, actually give socks to the unhoused or the unsheltered. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, I've always been someone who's wanted to leave the world a better place it was than before I got there. And I raised my children that way and taught them that it can happen with simple things like saying please and thank you, holding the door open for somebody, or picking up a piece of trash in the park. And so when I was starting my company, the give back piece had to be there. So I did my research and I found that socks and underwear are the two most needed items in any homeless shelter. And if you actually think about that, it makes complete sense. In my opinion, based on my research, we can have the greatest impact by donating to the unhoused. And so I take 5% of my profits every year, and we purchase socks. We make socks for them, and I've donated to organizations around the country to try to just do our part, help communities, and help those in need. This is something anybody listening can do. Just a horrible experience. Here I am sitting in my car driving to my hair appointment on a Saturday, and a man crosses the street in front of me, and he had plastic bags rubber banded to his feet, and they were ripped, and it just broke my heart. And I was just so angry at myself for not having socks in my car, thinking, geez, I own a sock business, and I don't have socks I can give this man. So I now carry around a 12-pack of socks in my trunk, and anytime I see someone that needs them, I hand them out. And that's something everybody can do. You can just have them in your car, and it just can make all of the difference to people in surviving the day, walking to where they need to walk to for the night, or that type of thing.
It feels good to give to people in need, and it feels good to make a product that is ecological. Do you think your company is going to expand from bamboo socks to other clothing items made out of bamboo?
It's funny, I get asked this a lot, and actually when I started my company, was told I would fail by many, many people because we only make socks, but I would not have the opportunities in front of me if I was just like everybody else and made a whole bunch of different promotional items or apparel. So I'm going to stick with socks. I'm hoping we can expand the bamboo line for sure and offer it in more styles, and we always are expanding our sock offerings. Like we have grippy socks, and we have a wide fuzzy socks, and just a wide variety. But for now, going to be the best at it. Going to do one thing and be the best at it.
You're focused on the United States. Can one go to other countries and find bamboo socks?
Our customers are global, and we deliver globally.
You're based here in California. You're selling to the California market, but I'm sure online you're selling all over the world. Are there other companies doing similar kinds of products using bamboo in other parts of the world?
I do know some of my competitors offer bamboo. Our customers are global, not only in California, and so we have shipped bamboo socks all over the world at this point. My competitors have done the same. I just don't have their customer list to confirm that.
Do you wish that other companies would actually get into the bamboo sock business and be competitors?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it's an opportunity for more companies to get into the market because surprisingly the bamboo is just not that much more expensive than the cotton. So on the one hand, for the environment, yes. And also too, I do believe there's enough for all of us. Yeah, I would encourage other companies definitely to explore that. However, we offer the creativity because we design the socks specifically for our customers, and so we offer that creativity creativity, and so I'd still say we should be your first choice.
I want to thank you so very much for telling us more about how bamboo can be used in the fashion industry. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you, Nancy. It was a pleasure to be here. I really appreciate it.
I have been speaking with Lisa Riggs, who is CEO of Spirit Socks USA. I'm Nancy Pearlman. Thank you very much for joining us, and do tune in again next week.
If you would like free information about these environmental issues, go to www.ecoprojects.org or call 310-559-9160. Environmental Directions with your host, Nancy Pearlman, is a community affairs program of the nonprofit organization Educational Communications and this station.